Have you ever wondered what project management really is? It's an intriguing world where ideas transform into realities, where teams unite to create something unique. It's a symphony of planning, organizing, executing, controlling, and closing projects. But it's also a journey filled with challenges and triumphs, a journey that requires a deep understanding of intricate concepts and principles. In this video, we'll unravel the threads of project management, from defining what a project is to exploring the role of a project manager, the importance of project scope, and the constraints every project faces. We'll delve into the people who have a stake in a project's outcome and the life cycle a project navigates. We'll also discuss the tools, processes, and methodologies that guide a project to its successful completion. So, are you ready to delve into the world of project management? Hold on tight as we navigate through these concepts together. At the heart of project management, we find two fundamental elements: project and project management. Let's start with the first one. A project is a temporary endeavor, unique in nature, undertaken to create a product, service, or result. It thrives within specific constraints such as scope, time, cost, and quality. Its uniqueness lies in its deliverables, objectives, requirements, and boundaries, setting it apart from routine operations. Now, let's move on to project management. It's the application of knowledge, skills, tools, and techniques to these project activities. It's the guiding force that ensures project requirements are met and objectives are achieved. Project management is like a ship's captain, navigating through the rough seas of constraints and risks, steering the ship, the project, towards its destination, effectively and efficiently. So, project management is the art and science of turning ideas into reality. Now, who makes all this happen and how do they define what needs to be done? Well, every project needs a leader, someone to navigate the course and steer the ship. This is where the project manager steps in. They're the maestro in charge of the orchestra, the one pulling all the strings and making sure everyone else is playing their part. They lead the team, manage resources, and oversee every aspect of the project lifecycle. But how do they know what tune to play? This is where the project scope comes into play. It's a detailed description of the project's deliverables, objectives, requirements, and boundaries. It's like a map guiding the team on their journey, outlining what needs to be achieved and how to get there. It's crucial to define the project scope accurately to ensure the project stays on course and achieves its objectives. The project manager is the conductor, and the project scope is the symphony to be performed. Every project has its challenges and people who care about its outcome. These challenges are known as project constraints. They encompass everything that might limit a project's ability to achieve its objectives. Typically, these constraints include scope, time, cost, quality, resources, and risks. Each of these factors has the potential to significantly impact a project's outcome, and as such, they require careful consideration and management. Now, let's talk about the people who have a stake in the project. These are known as stakeholders. Stakeholders are individuals or groups who have an interest or influence in the project. This can range from customers and sponsors to team members and vendors. Each stakeholder has unique needs and expectations that must be managed effectively. In essence, project management is a juggling act. It's about managing these constraints while also meeting the needs and expectations of the project's stakeholders. Managing constraints and stakeholders is a balancing act that ensures project success. Projects aren't random, they follow a life cycle and certain processes. Just like a butterfly transforming from a caterpillar, every project goes through a life cycle, a series of phases that start from initiation and end at closure. These phases include initiation, planning, execution, monitoring and controlling, and finally, closing. But the life cycle is just one part of the picture. To navigate through these stages effectively, we have project management processes. These processes, like a compass, guide us through the project's journey. They include initiating, planning, executing, monitoring, controlling, and closing. These are not isolated activities, but a standardized set of interrelated tasks that work together to achieve the project's objectives. Think of it like baking a cake. You wouldn't just throw all the ingredients into a bowl at once. You follow a recipe, a process, which guides you through each step, from gathering the ingredients to taking the cake out of the oven. Understanding the life cycle and processes is key to managing projects effectively. Project managers use certain tools to plan, execute, and control projects. These tools are like the compass, map, and guidebook of the journey, providing direction, setting the pace, and making sure we stay on track. First up is the work breakdown structure, or WBS. Think of it like a family tree for your project. It breaks down the work into smaller, more manageable pieces, much like branches stemming from a tree trunk. Each branch represents a different part of the project, called a work package. By using a WBS, project managers can easily allocate resources, assign responsibilities, and track progress. Next, we have the Gantt chart. This tool is like your project's timeline, visually representing tasks over time. Each task is represented as a bar, with its length corresponding to its duration. Tasks can be arranged in sequence, with dependencies clearly shown. This makes it easy to see at a glance what needs to be done when. It's like looking at the project's journey from a bird's eye view. And finally, there's the critical path method, or CPM. This is a scheduling technique used to figure out the longest sequence of dependent tasks. In other words, it identifies the shortest possible duration for the project. Think of it like your project's speedometer, keeping you on track with your schedule. If a task on the critical path is delayed, the whole project gets delayed. So, understanding and managing the critical path is essential to keep your project on schedule. Each of these tools plays a unique role in project management. The work breakdown structure defines the work, the Gantt chart schedules it, and the critical path method keeps everything on track. Using these tools effectively can help project managers navigate the complexities of their projects, make informed decisions, and ultimately, achieve their project goals. These tools are like the project manager's Swiss Army knife, useful in every situation. They are the tools of the trade, helping to turn plans into reality, ideas into results, and projects into success stories. There are several management processes that every project manager should be well versed in. The first is risk management, the art of identifying, assessing, prioritizing, and mitigating project risks. This process is crucial as it helps to anticipate potential pitfalls that could derail the project's success. Next, we have change management. Projects are dynamic, and change is inevitable, so having a systematic approach to managing scope, schedule, and resource changes can minimize disruptions and ensure project success. Then there's communication management. This involves planning, distributing, storing, and retrieving project information. Effective communication keeps stakeholders informed and engaged, fostering a positive project environment. Lastly, we delve into quality management. This process ensures that the project meets the specified requirements and standards. By focusing on quality, we're not just aiming to deliver on time and within budget, but also to satisfy the project's intended purpose and value. These management processes ensure that the project runs smoothly and meets its objectives. Finally, let's talk about some important aspects of project management that often get overlooked. Stakeholder engagement, the practice of capturing lessons learned, and the different styles of project management, namely agile, waterfall, and hybrid. Stakeholder engagement is an ongoing process that involves communicating and collaborating with those who have an interest or influence in the project. This might include customers, sponsors, team members, or vendors. The goal here is to understand their needs, address their concerns, and manage their expectations. It's about building relationships, fostering trust, and creating a shared vision for the project's success. Next, there's the practice of capturing lessons learned, a crucial part of any project's life cycle, often neglected. Lessons learned are insights gained during the project that can be used for future improvement. They provide a wealth of knowledge about what worked, what didn't, and why, helping to avoid repeating the same mistakes and continually improve project performance. Whether it's a success story or a tale of what not to do next time, every project has a lesson to share. Lastly, let's touch on the different styles of project management. You've probably heard of agile, waterfall, and hybrid methodologies. Agile is an iterative and incremental approach that emphasizes flexibility, collaboration, and customer feedback. It's all about adapting to change and delivering value in small, manageable increments. On the other hand, waterfall is a traditional sequential approach where phases are completed one after another, with each phase leading to the next. It's a linear, plan-driven process that works best when the project's scope and requirements are clearly defined and unlikely to change. Then there's the hybrid approach, a combination of agile and waterfall, tailored to meet the specific needs of a project. It offers the best of both worlds, allowing for flexibility where needed while maintaining a structured plan where it's necessary. These elements round out the project management process, ensuring it's not just effective, but also continuously improving and adaptable. So there you have it, a whirlwind tour of project management. We've delved into the heart of what makes projects tick, from the initial concept of a project as a temporary endeavor, to the tools and techniques that help project managers succeed. We've explored the roles of the project manager and the stakeholders, and how their collaboration shapes the project lifecycle. We've shed light on the key constraints that can challenge a project's success, and how a well-defined project scope can help navigate these hurdles. We've also looked at the importance of risk, change, communication, and quality management in ensuring a project's success. We've discussed the essential tools of the trade, including the work breakdown structure and the Gantt chart, and how they help in planning and executing projects. And finally, we've touched on the various styles of project management, from agile to waterfall, and the hybrid approach. Project management is a complex but rewarding field. It's about turning visions into reality, one project at a time,